Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ah, the joys of winter weather. It looks like Synod in England on Monday will slip up on more than the snow. The inequality debate of Synod about women bishops has no doubt divided Mr Williams, and will undoubtedly cause Mr Sentimoo to again debase Synod with his words of anger and ire towards what he sees as their unbelievable arrogance. Mr Sentimoo thinks Synod is arrogant because they have dared to stand against the will of the Archbishops, who now want to evade the equality laws of England and divest any future women bishops from equality with male bishops. Mr Sentimoo bleats about English compromise whilst wagging his irate finger from the podium of General Synod towards the elected members of Synod, shouting at them for going against the will of the Archbishops, and all that was last year. But hello, what is this? The UK government is clearing a path through the snow to rescue the beleaguered and cut off ordinary Synod members. Are these the same body of people who would want to disentangle themselves from the Church of England's management? Yes, believe it or not, the Palace of Westminster are sending out edicts to Synod in the form of threats that if the Archbishops try to evade their responsibilities over the Equality Act again, then they will be dumped on from a very high height, meaning that they will no longer go along with the Archbishop's game of pleading exemption and claiming to be a special case. The people of England won't stand for it anymore, even if the extremists of Synod want it. The Archbishops' move to reinforce their all-world attitude of inequality for all, women, children and gays first, has provoked the members of Parliament to restate the unacceptability of such misogynistic, homophobic and irresponsible poppycock that seems to feed the boilers of Church House. On an important side issue, the services of the Church to the young are being cut, and many a diocesan bishop accepts this without any difficulty, throwing their hands in the air and saying spending costs must be made, as they order their new mitres tuck into their expenses-paid meals and rest in their clubs of London. Aren't they doing well? Mr Sentimoo is like a pharaoh of old who has hardened his heart against the godly notion of equality for women. Mr Blunkett is, as Moses, begging him to let his women go. The Reverend Smallwood, a friend of Mr C, has done a good deal of research on this equality thing and discovered that the Equality Act of 2010 is clear. No one should be discriminated against in employment or occupation because of any differences. His own work and case study make it plain also that it is interesting that some clergy want an emasculated type of woman bishop that they can opt out of and get a male bishop instead. Such Alice in Wonderland logic seems rife in some Anglo-Catholic camps. Catholic they ain't, camp they often are. This divided logic is rife in the conservative bastion that is known as the Anglican mainstream, a misleading title they adopt, for mainstream they most certainly are not. Mr Smallwood predicts Parliament's rescue bid by stating that a legal challenge to the block on women bishops could possibly be launched with a good chance of success. In the end, the question is, are women able to be bishops or not? Does a bishop need to be a man? And once again, Mr Smallwood is quite clear that General Synod is saying that this is not a requirement whatsoever. It is the Archbishops who are making trouble for women. So here's the rub. Does the Synod govern, or is Sentimoo going to get up and say that they are in fact irrelevant, a sham, a hoax, a load of tripe, as he has pretty much said in the past? And now that he is going, what has he to lose by saying it? If so, and Synod bow to the bully, then will it all become very messy as the parliamentarians wade in to give battle, whilst Rowan, who has no stomach for any of this, stands by and tries to capture the consensus in the room? We shall see. Bye-bye for now.